Slow down, slow down. What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 826,725. TikTok, next block. Hope you guys are doing well. We're back at it. We're back at it like a crack addict. Me and the man himself. We're at the park, and I'm telling him to be nice and slow down. Anyways, I want to continue on a little bit of what I talked about yesterday, just a touch, and I want to focus on, as you can read from the title, asylum seekers, aka illegal immigrants. So, besides being the party of hate and division, the Democrat Party is hate and division and brainwashing and stuff like that. They're great marketers. Have you guys ever heard of the Secure the Border Act? No? Didn't think so. That was a border act, a real border act, not the bullshit that the Democrats came out with this year, 3+ years into the into their presidency, to pretend like they're trying to close the border. No, this was a real border, closing the border act. The Republicans came up with it, and it got passed in the House, long story short, and now it's in the Senate, sitting on Chuck Schumer's desk. Chuck Schumer, for those of you that don't know, he's in charge of the, he's the majority leader of the Senate. I mean, by fault he is, because there's 50 Democrats and 50 Republicans in the Senate. And the tiebreaker, ironically, is Kamala Harris. She's the tiebreaker. And that border act is sitting there, and it's not even being voted on in the Senate. It passed in the House, though, because again, the Republicans, not all of them are good, but the Republicans came up with it. So now they're trying to tell us, the Democrats, because again, they're really good marketers, because they own 75-80% of the media, mainstream media. And hold on, what are you doing, boy? Be careful. Tiba, be careful. But they're just liars. They own a lot of the market and they lie. They're trying to tell everybody that Donald Trump stopped the border bill that they tried to get passed. Again, late. Again, it's been 3.5 years. And this was a few months ago they tried to do it. And then Donald Trump said no. Let me give you the tea on that, the real on that, okay? This border act was not, this close the border thing was not a closing the border, because obviously they're just doing it for political reasons, obviously. And the reason I'm saying that is because if they really cared about closing the border, the president of the United States can just close the border. He doesn't need anybody to pass anything, okay? That's number one. You guys got to understand that. And I watch this stuff all the time, guys. Again, don't trust, verify. Number two is look at the bill, okay? You talking about pork? If you don't know what pork is, it's just a bunch of nonsense and bullshit in the bill. It's basically a bunch of more money with Ukraine, because again, the Democrats and some Republicans want to send money over to Ukraine to fund the war. By the way, did you see that video with what's his name, Shapiro from Pennsylvania signing bombs? These people are warmongers, man. And again, it ain't just the Democrat Party. And so had a bunch of pork about Ukraine and a bunch of woke stuff in it, with closing the border, aka closing the border. It's really not closing the border. And C, for third, it allows up to 5,000 illegal immigrants to come in, and then we can stop them. Does that sound like a border bill to you? Secure the border bill to you? Does that sound like that to you? No, of course not. But they won't tell you that on CNN and MSDNC. All they'll tell you is, oh, Trump tried to tell you to stop it. Yeah, he did. Say to stop it, and then they'll lie and tell you the reason why. Oh, he did it because he doesn't want Joe Biden to get credit. No, Joe Biden gets credit for opening the border and leaving it open. Him and Kamala Harris. That's what they get credit for. Okay, Trump tried to close the border. And again, this is not about Republicans and Democrats, because a lot of Republicans stopped Donald Trump from building the wall. They both want. Some Republicans and most Democrats want an open border. Okay, so let me get that out the way first. Now let me talk about asylum seekers, aka illegal immigrants, because that's what they are. It's coming up now because the mainstream media's obsession, their Trump derangement syndrome, which is backfiring on them, by the way, with this Springfield, Ohio situation. Now, do I know for a fact that they're eating dogs and cats, the Haitians? I don't know that. But I do know that some people say there are. They did do it, people on the ground. But then the people that have a vested interest into saying that it doesn't, is not happening, or saying that it doesn't. But there are people on the ground that said there isn't. And there's other people on the ground that said that there isn't. So, you know, they're not eating the dogs and the cats and the geese or whatever. I don't know, okay? But here's what I know. When Donald Trump said that at the debate, he brought the attention that nobody else talked about, that Springfield, Ohio, a town, a city of 58,000 people, got an influx of illegal immigrants. Now, here's what I mean by illegal. Technically, they're legal because Joe Biden had this little nuance in the in a bill that he said, oh, they can come in and we'll let them come in legally. They didn't do the real process that real legal aliens do, or legal immigrants do. You know, they're in between illegal and illegal. They say, oh, you're not really legal. It's almost like a child letting one of their friends sneak in the house and stay the night. The parents don't know about it. They don't really like it. They see them there, but they're like, oh, I don't know. They're here a lot. They're spending the night. Are they, you know, they're spending the night all the time, and they didn't really sanction them to be there, but they're living there, and the parents don't even know it. And what I mean by the parents is the American people. Again, this is why I say this is not a democracy, guys. You guys didn't vote for this, and neither did the people in Springfield. So anyway, so there's some factories there. And I will say this. Let me say this first. Number one is, I don't blame the Haitians or any kind of immigrant from any country coming to want to come to America. I don't blame them for it, right? Of course you want to do it, right? Why wouldn't you? But when you're doing something illegally, hey, you can't do it. Like if I walk into Walmart and I see a bunch of stuff I like and I don't have the money, I can't just go in there and steal it just because it's nice and it's there. Yes, buddy. Huh? Okay, you're good. Go ahead, buddy. Slow down. Just because it's nice, I can't steal that. Now, if Walmart says, you know what, we're going to give you a bunch of free stuff, and we're going to give it away to you, and they give me permission to do it, again, I don't think you should, but, you know, they do it, okay? This country's going to hell in a handbasket, man, when you think about this stuff. I don't know how many illegal immigrants are here. I don't know, but it's a lot of them, okay? That's the first thing. I don't blame them for it. Number two, the companies that hire them. Do I blame them for hiring them? Yes and no. Yes, because you know it's not right. You know you should be hiring Americans. But on the flip side, they're getting cheap labor and they're getting better labor. These people that come from other countries, I don't care what race there are, guys. I don't care. They just work harder than us. Not all of them, but a lot of them do, because Americans are spoiled. We're fat cats and we're so used to having everything handed to us. These people that come from third world countries, man, they're like, wow, this is the dream. Like everybody that's born in another country, again, you're so lucky to be here, that's born to another country that comes here, they're just like, wow, I can't believe this. I got to work my butt off. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So again, I don't like that they hire them, but you know, they do because it's cheap labor. And also, again, Americans are lazy, and a lot of these jobs that were offered to Americans, they didn't take it. So again, you got to look at things from all perspectives, guys. You can't just say, you know, you look at things from the left or look at things from the right. It's from all lanes, all perspectives, right? And they're working harder and longer for cheaper. Now again, if you were one of these companies, you know, if you had somebody that, you know, you wanted to cut your lawn, and let's say you had somebody from, I don't know, Venezuela, said they'll cut the lawn for $10, the whole lawn, front and back, and do it A++. Or you got this lawn company that charges you, I don't know, say the Venezuelan guy charges you $20. And in the American company, they charge you, you know, $85 and not doing a good job, not doing a good enough job because they got, you know, they just don't work as hard or work as good as the Venezuelan person or whatever they're from. Who would you hire? You know, and I get it, right? So let me get that out the way. Now that I got that out the way, these people are in here illegally, okay? They are not asylum seekers. They are illegal immigrants. Now, technically, are they seeking asylum? Sure, they're trying to run away from some of the stuff that's going on in their country. Some of them, and a lot of them are good people, but a lot of them aren't good people. There are people that are gang members, that are violent criminals. If you were a country that didn't like America, or you didn't or you just want to get rid of your, bad people in your country, and you didn't like America. Because again, the reason why people don't mess with America is because we're where we're at on the map geographically. We have allies at the top of us in Canada, at the bottom in Mexico, and then we have the Atlantic and Pacific, surrounding us. So nobody can really attack us like that. So how are they attacking us? They just send the enemy through the open border. And what would you do if you were those countries? Again, get rid of the trash and give it to somebody else. Not saying it's right. It's just the way it is. It's not this world is not unicorns and butterflies. Okay. So these people are illegal. Okay. There's people that I see all the time that are quote unquote seeking asylum here in America. There's people that are, abused by their husbands, drug abusers, homeless or whatever. Let me ask you a question. You think any of these people, especially on the left, who say, oh, illegal immigration, asylum seekers are good because they can't say illegal immigrants. They won't even say that word. Again, they're marketers, right? You think they would let any of these people in their home that I just mentioned? Of course not. So again, these people don't understand fire burns until it burns them. So I'm going to make a video tomorrow specifically telling you, and this is heartbreaking for me to say this tomorrow. I'm going to say it tomorrow. I was going to say it today, but I'll say it tomorrow. On, let's just say I've changed my mind about Donald Trump being the president. I've changed my mind on that. And I am going to break it down for you tomorrow. And a lot of you guys are going to get mad at me, but hey, you know me, I got to give you the truth. And these illegal immigrants here in this country, a lot of them are doing a lot of bad things. And again, I don't blame them for coming. But at the end of the day, when you break the law to come in, you're not supposed to be here. Look how much it's going to cost us to keep these people fed and everything else. They're not contributing into our system. Everybody says, "Oh, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because it doesn't bother you because it's not into your ecosphere." But your taxpayer money on the federal level is paying for it, even if they're not in your state. It just is. And they're not contributing. These people are getting thousands, and not all of them, but thousands of dollars. And I heard people talking about this in Springfield. Thousands of dollars of vouchers, thousands of dollars of food stamps, money for clothes, and they're getting housed and everything else. Again, nothing in life is for free. Where in the hell is this money coming from? Right? So if you don't come over here legally, number one, you don't belong here. You need to be deported out. And number two, even if you're coming here legally, there's a process to do it. And what is the process? They want to see if first you can speak English, if you know the culture, what kind of person you are, some background checks. Are you a felon? Are you a criminal? What kind of person you are? Then once they get out the way, I say, okay, well, do we have to be an aid to you? Meaning, does the government have to take care of you? Because if that's the case, you don't belong here. We got enough people already infected by inflation and drugs and, getting beaten at home and stuff, and, the government taking care of them. We can't afford that. So if you're not going to come and contribute to our country, then you don't belong here, period. Why the hell is this a right versus left thing? This is common sense. And again, anybody in this comment section that disagrees with me, tell me why, and I'll debate any one of you idiots that think that it's okay to have illegal immigrants in here. They're not asylum seekers, okay? They're illegal immigrants. So, and that's the truth. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, despite the nonsense of the mainstream media lying to you and the marketing they do and the weak-ass Republicans, if you're a Republican, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the people in Congress that don't even mention the Secure the Border Act bill. They don't even mention it. Nobody even knows it's here. I know it's here, sitting on Chuck Schumer's desk. But every time I hear these dudes on CNN or anybody else talking to Republicans or the conservatives talking, they never bring it up. They're just acting like that was the only bill, the ones that the Democrats do. The Democrats get to frame everything. The Republicans are bad. They're racist if you say something about the asylum seekers. You're a misogynist if you say women and blah, 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 whatever. Okay? It's all a bunch of nonsense, man. And it's pissing me the hell off. And this is why I'm going to make this video tomorrow about why I changed my mind about Donald Trump being president. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a controversial one. So, but again, despite all that nonsense, right? There's people going to be coming in here, and even if they give them free stuff, I know one thing they can't give for free. They can give them paper money. They can give them food stamps. They can give them vouchers. They can give them anything they want. But our country is the number one holder of this money I'm getting ready to mention. We got 200-something thousand of them. That's right, buddy. We're the number one in the country. Now, we stole them from people and confiscated them from people, but we're still number one. And And I guarantee you they're not going to give any way of this for free. You know why? Because you can't print it. You can't make it out of thin air. Okay? You just can't. And inflation is going to be raging here in the next few months. Watch my last Satoshi Saturday video. My plan is coming together, and these prices for this thing I'm getting ready to mention is getting ready to go through the roof. And I'm telling you guys, study it and get as much of it as you can before it's too late. And I think you guys already know what it is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.